Hi programmers, wish you a time of happy learning with the last minute professor. In this video, we shall explore how bubble sort works and then we shall code it in Python. Let's get started. Sorting is nothing but arranging. Here, we are going to arrange a given set of elements in ascending order. Consider this example. We have taken 5 elements, 22, 33, 55, 44 and 11. The index varies from 0 to 4 as we see on the screen. Bubble sort compares an element with its next element, that is the element at the next index. If the first element considered is greater than the second element, both the elements are swapped. In our example, first the elements at index 0 and 1 are compared. 22 is not greater than 33, so no issues. Then elements at index 1 and 2 are compared. 33 is not greater than 55, no issues. Now, elements at index 2 and 3 are compared. 55 is greater than 44. So in this case, we'll make a swap. Then again, proceed. Compare the elements at index 3 and 4. 55 is greater than 11, so make a swap. And here ends our first pass. By the end of first pass, the largest element has been bubbled to the rightmost position. Since we are planning to sort the elements in ascending order, the largest element is supposed to be at the rightmost position. So 55 is in its correct position right now. We'll not disturb that 55. We'll just freeze it as such and we'll proceed the same process with the elements in brown color. So let's repeat the process. For pass 2, 22, 33, okay, 33, 44, okay, 44, 11, we need to make a swap. Now, by the end of pass 2, last 2 elements are sorted. We'll work with the elements in brown again. 22, 33, okay, 33, 11, we need to make a swap. By the end of pass 3, last 3 elements are sorted. Now, pass 4. Considering these 2 elements, we need to make a swap and the last 4 elements are sorted. Actually, we have only 5 elements. So by the end of pass 4, all the elements we have are sorted. Now let's have a quick recap of what we saw so that we'll program it. Let's look into the programming context. So we had 4 passes. In pass number 1, what did we do? We compared the elements at index 0 and 1. Then the elements at index 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4. In pass 2, we compared the elements at index 0 and 1, 1 and 2, 2 and 3. In pass 3, we compared the elements at index 0 and 1, 1 and 2. In pass 4, we compared the elements at index 0 and 1. Let me just rewrite the pass numbers as 0, 1, 2, 3 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 for easier referencing, because we programmers generally start counting from 0. So now let us draw the relation for writing our loop. Pass number I varies from 0 to number of elements minus 2 because we have 5 elements here, and pass number, it varies from 0 to number of elements minus 2. The index is compared, let it be j. So the next index would obviously be j plus 1. For every I, j varies from 0 to n minus 2 minus I. In other words, I can also tell it as n minus I minus 2. So this is the relationship. So now let us code this in Python. First, let me get the values from user as a list using list comprehension. If you're not able to understand this line, you can follow the link in the description below. Then let us store the number of elements in n. Now, I varies from 0 to number of elements minus 2. So our for loop will be for I in range of n minus 1. J varies from 0 to n minus 2 minus I. So I can write it as n minus I minus 2. So here for loop we have to write it as j in range of n minus I minus 1. I need to compare the element at index j with the element at index j plus 1. If the element at index j is greater than the element at index j plus 1, I need to swap it. So I'm writing the piece of code for swapping. That's it. Now I can print bubble sort result, comma, a. Now let me save the code and run it. Let me give the input as we saw in the example. That is 22, 33, 55, 44, and 11. I've obtained the desired output. Suppose I want to see what is going on in between the step-by-step pass, I can give print statements as you see on the screen. That's it. You can get the same piece of code in the GitHub link that I have shared in the description below. To encourage and support this work, do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for further updates.